Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Well, this is our last review of the SPAM flavors. And as I told you on the previous video that I did, I think it's the one I put up this morning or last night. Today we're going to review the SPAM Hot and Spicy. And we're going to review the SPAM Lite. I'm guessing this one just tastes like Spam, but lighter. Alright, but we're going to go ahead and review both of these. I'm going to fry both of these up in lard, alright, in pig lard. So I'm pretty excited really because we get to use our Spam cutter. Now for those of you that are wondering, the SPAM Lite has, let's see, it says that it has 50% less fat, 25% less sodium, and 33% fewer calories. It's not something that I think your prepper would want to store because it has a bigger calorie deficit than the regular Spam. But for those of you that enjoy Spam on a regular basis and are trying to watch your salt and your fat intake, we will see how this tastes, and I'll let you know how close it comes to the real regular Spam. So let's go ahead and open this up. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it looks like. Kind of looks like your regular Spam. Let's give it a sniff. And it smells like Spam, but it does. I'm not trying to say it smells lighter because it says Spam Lite, but it does has a weaker Spam smell. Let's get it out of here. And it doesn't really look. It doesn't have as much congealed fat around it. So I guess it being 50% less fat makes sense that it doesn't have that much congealed fat around it. So now let's go ahead and put it in our cutter and see how this thing works. Never tried this before. Now that is genius, ladies and gentlemen. Outstanding. Look at how nice and neat that is. Now I'm going to see about cutting these up in strips. So let's see how well this works if we put it the other way. Like this. So that we can cut them into strips. Let's try to keep it in there. Oh, it looks like it's going to work just fine. Very nice. Now let's go ahead and cut up or open up the hot and spicy Spam. And that's what it looks like. It looks a little more orange, so it's got something in there, but I haven't smelled it yet. Well, to tell you the truth, ladies and gentlemen, I don't smell any spice in this whatsoever. I'm going to be interested in seeing what it tastes like. I'm not sure if you guys caught that while I had it on fast speed, but I went ahead and cut the spicy into small cubes, because I want to mix this in with the rice, and these I'm going to lay on top of the rice. So let's go ahead and give it a taste test and see what it tastes like. I think I'm going to go ahead with this paper thin piece for the spicy, but first I'm going to try the light so that I don't ruin my palate with the spicy. So let's see what the light tastes like. I haven't had the regular Spam in a little bit because I've been trying out so many Spams, but that's very, very good. If someone gave me this and they didn't tell me it was regular Spam or light Spam, I probably wouldn't even know the difference, to tell you the truth. So it's very good, right out of the can, really good. So now let's give this spicy one a try. That's what it looks like. You can see the difference in color. Like, I don't mind food that's got a little bit of spice to it, but I really don't like food that's really spicy, where the heat kind of takes over your palate and it makes you not want to eat anymore. They did a great job with this, in my opinion. This has just enough heat where you can feel it in the back of your throat after you swallow. and it lingers around just for a little bit and then it goes away. And it has a very good taste. If you ate this, you would be able to tell this is Spam, but it's just got a little bit of heat to it. Very good. I think this is going to come out really good when I mix it in with the rice that I'm making. So what I'm going to make is I'm going to make a little bit of rice, and I'm going to just give it a touch of an oriental flavor. I'm going to put some, and I'm not really going to show this. Well, I can show you guys what I put into my mix. It's just going to be a very simple. Well, ladies and gentlemen, while my pan is heating up, I guess I can show you what I'm going to put in here. Now, this is just some broccoli from the Oxen Farms freeze-dried broccoli that I have. And I have a pretty good amount here, and the reason why is because we like broccoli. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of each seasoning in here, or each sauce in here, to try to give this that little oriental flavor. And like I said, I don't want this sauce to be overpowering. I just want it to be in the background, so I'm not going to use a lot at all. So right here I just have some stir-fry sauce. And I'm going to probably put about a tablespoon of each in here. And that's about a tablespoon. The next thing I'm going to put in there will be a little bit of soy sauce. Same thing, about a tablespoon. We don't want to overpower this. And then the next thing we're going to put in there will be just a little bit of oyster sauce. And ladies and gentlemen, oyster sauce, as far as I'm concerned, oyster sauce and sesame seed oil are the two things that you want to make sure you include in any sauces that you're making that you want to have like an oriental flavoring to it. So there's a little bit of sesame seed oil. And I want to be probably about a half a tablespoon or so of that in there. It doesn't really need a lot. So I'm just going to stir this around and have it ready to put in the rice when the rice is done. And as you can see, it's really not a lot. It's not changing the color a lot. It's just going to give it a little bit of a hint of oriental seasoning in the background. And that's what I want. I don't want it to overpower the rice. We're going to go ahead and put this to the side. And our pan is ready. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I went ahead and mixed up my rice with the mixture of sauces and broccoli that you saw me mix before. And I also added some corn and peas to it. And this is what it looks like after I mixed it. Now we're going to go ahead and add our, and there's about the equivalence of 1 1/4 cups of dry rice, you know, cooked up in here. So 1 1/4 cups of rice along with those vegetables you saw me put in there, it really makes a lot. This will probably feed us in excess of a meal. Feed a family of 4 in excess of a meal. And here's 1 can of Spam. Now what we're going to do is just fold this in. You don't want to stir this, you want to just fold it in. So we're going to go ahead and let that rest for a minute. I'm going to get my other rice put together with my SPAM Lite. And then we're going to put this on a plate and let you guys know what it tastes like. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is what it looks like. Now, this right here is just sticky rice with corn and peas in it. And this is our SPAM Lite. And there's a little bit of sweet and sour sauce. I haven't tried this combination yet, but I have a feeling it's going to taste pretty good. First thing I'm going to taste is I'm going to taste a bit of the Spam just with the sweet and sour sauce and see how that combination works out. Now that's a really good combination because you have the savoriness of the Spam and the sweetness of the sauce. So now let's go ahead and give all of this a try together. And add some rice. That's a little bit of everything. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is definitely a winner. And this is about 1/4 of a can of Spam. I only ended up cooking up half of the can of the SPAM Lite. So that's only about 1/4 of a can. And there's probably enough rice where if you had a serving this size, which to tell you the truth, if I was going to eat a full meal, I'd have a serving of rice twice that size. Which that's probably what I'll do tonight. But this being 1/4 of a can of Spam, I think is plenty. And this is a great combination when you mix the Spam with the rice and the sweet and sour sauce. As far as I'm concerned, this is definitely a winner. We'll have this again. Now let's give a try to the hot and spicy Spam. And this is what it looks like after I mixed everything together. Actually looks pretty good. If I had to do it over again, I would have cut the Spam pieces a little bit bigger because they shrunk some after they fried. Oh, you see that? One piece fell out. This is what it looks like. Looks pretty good. Well, I have to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not lying. Every time I try something new that comes out good, I'm like, they're not going to believe me, but this is really, really good as well. And it does have that oriental flavor in the background. So it's got a totally different flavor profile than the rice with the sweet and sour sauce and the Spam. Totally different, but just as good. And being that this has the corn and peas in it, it really does a good job in contrasting the spiciness of the Spam, although the Spam is not so spicy that you can't eat it. It's just right as far as I'm concerned. If you like Spam, I'm pretty sure that you'll like this spicy one. And this, as far as I'm concerned, is a great combination. And it's got everything in there. It's got your rice, your starches, it's got your vegetables, it's got your meat. Can't go wrong. So as far as I'm concerned, both of these dishes are definitely a winner. And both of those Spams, I think they're just as good as each other. It's just a different flavor profile. It's all it is. So it depends on what you like, the spiciness level that you like in your foods, on whether you would like the spicy one or not. However, the SPAM Lite, as far as I'm concerned, tastes just like the regular Spam, except a little bit lighter, and that's how it's supposed to taste. That's why they call it SPAM Lite. So having said that, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it and get something out of it. I definitely recommend that you try each of these because they both taste really good as far as I'm concerned. Definitely enough to make a meal for 4 people with 1 can of Spam and a 1.25 cups of uncooked rice along with your veggies. Definitely enough to make a meal for 4 people. This is definitely going to be my lunch for tomorrow and probably the day after, because there's no way we're going to be able to eat all of this, even if all 4 of us had it. So, hey, I wanted to mention something really quick. I was doing a little binge watching over at Modern Refugees channel today, and he's got a great series. And I'm not going to do a spoiler alert. I recommend you guys go over there. If you guys don't know who Modern Refugee is, in addition to being one of our community members, he also has his own YouTube channel, and it's called Modern Refugee. And he does a lot of short prepping videos, and he's doing this small scenario series where he has scenarios on what could happen if the grid went down, or if we were, you know, kind of like in a police state, or like if we were in a martial law or something like that. And they're, you know, very entertaining and actually a lot of fun to watch. So I was just watching them today. I've seen the first 2 he had out, and I think this is his 3rd one that he put out today. So go on over there and take a look at his channel if you guys haven't visited his channel. And if you like it, by all means, support him by subscribing. I was surprised that he's still under 2,000 subscribers. I figured he'd be, you know, well over 2,000 by now, because he really does have good content. Another shout out I like to do today, as far as channels go, is Magic Prepper. I went over to Magic Prepper's channel today, and I was, you know, watching a couple of his videos, and I noticed that he gave me a shout out, and I just want to say that I really do appreciate that, Magic Prepper, because, you know, I try to shout out channels to get subscribers over there, but here you are, you know, a smaller channel, and you're shouting me out. So I truly do appreciate it. I've been subscribed to Magic Prepper for a while now. I recommend that you guys go over there as well. One of the differences between Magic Prepper and Modern Refugees channels to mine is that their videos are a lot shorter than mine. They pretty much get to the point and get to you the information that they want to put out in a short and concise manner. I just like to talk. So It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. But I recommend you guys go and see or check out both of their channels. Both good guys, you know, that have good ideas and have good prepping channels. If you guys like to go over there and check them out. I'm going to leave a card for both of their channels. I think it's going to appear on this side. I always get it wrong, but I think the card will appear here. And I'll also leave a link to both of their channels in the description of this video. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining in. Again, I highly recommend it. Both of these were just as good as the other, just different flavor profiles. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place. And you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. This is Alaska Prepper, and I am out.